Hey guys, today we'll be using BESTHAIRBUY, and they provided me with nude wig caps. There's a refer to friend card, which also has a discount code on it, hair care instructions, and the wig came in a cute bag with all the social media for the company. And here's the wig. It is a 14-inch 13x6 frontal wig, and this is what we'll be installing today. So stay tuned to see how we install this wig. I started by braiding my client straight back, and if you look at my other YouTube videos, you'll see how I braided my client straight back. I'm using a little bit of argan oil Moroccan spray to moisturize her scalp before I put the wig on. So I'm just going to spray that lightly. And now I'm going to put a nude wig cap on her head, and I'm going to carefully cut ear tabs on each side of the wig, just to make it a little bit more comfortable and to make sure that I get a really flat bald cap. Now I'm going to be using my Got To Be Glued gel, and I'm going to put a thin coat around the entire hairline of the bald cap. Now I'm going to use my Got To Be Glued spray, and I'm going to follow my gel with a thin layer of that spray and put my client under the dryer for about 15 minutes. Once my client comes from under the dryer, I'm going to cut on both sides of the ear tabs, and I'm going to cut right across the forehead to cut the excess lace off from where I molded it down with the spray and the gel. I'm going to be really careful not to cut her forehead but I want to get it as close to the lace as possible. Now I'm going to use a little bit of cream foundation, about 2 or 3 shades darker than her natural skin tone, and I'm going to apply that right at the line of demarcation between her forehead and where I cut the lace. And this is a technique called shadowing. By shadowing this, making it darker, it'll eliminate seeing that lace line underneath the lace through the wig. So I'm just going to use this all the way across the forehead, and then I'm going to go back with a powder foundation that's a little bit lighter than what I just used. This is more so closer to her skin complexion, and I'm just going to continue blending this out until it goes back to where the lace stops at on the wig. Now I'm going to take rubbing alcohol. This is 70%. I normally would use 91 or 99%, but this is all we had due to COVID-19, so I have to make the best with what I have. So I'm going to carefully clean her forehead to rid her of any excess oil and any excess makeup, to make sure that we get a good hold with the lace glue. You can choose which lace system or lace glue you want to use. Just make sure that you follow the directions carefully. I'm placing small dots right across the bald cap line, and I'm going to smooth that into her skin to make sure that that bald cap has a seamless line. I don't want to see a harsh line there. I want to really smooth that into the skin. Once that layer dries clear, I'm going to go back with 2 more layers of the adhesive, But again, whatever adhesive you use, make sure you read the directions. Some may ask you to use 1 layer, some may ask you to use 2 or 3 layers. Do whatever the directions say. Now it is time to apply the lace wig. So I'm going to fit her head, and I'm going to use my shears to cut on each side of the lace where the ears are to make sure that it goes in front of the ear. So basically here I'm just cutting out my ear tabs. My comb, and I'm going to press the lace into the skin. I'm going to try my best not to use my fingers because of the oil on my fingers that could potentially make the lace lift, but I'm just going to press firmly into the skin with my comb to get a good hold and to make sure that the lace is tacked well into the glue. I'm going to take my shears and I'm going to cut small slits into the lace, and then I'm going to go back with an eyebrow razor and cut the excess lace off. Now you can use shears if you like, but for me, I get a more natural look around the hairline when I use the eyebrow razor to cut the lace. So do what works better for you, but this is the process that I do. And here's the eyebrow razor. So I'm just gonna gently go, and be careful not to cut your client, because when you have the sharp razors and you're making that sawing motion against the lace, it's very easy to cut them. So just be really careful. But other than that, it gives me a really natural look for the hairline. I have cut the lace and pressed the lace into the skin to make sure that I get a good hold, I'm just going to go in and part out a little bit of baby hair. I don't want a really overly dramatic baby hair look for this. Just something really natural, because the hair is curly, and I feel like baby hair really fits curly hair very well. So I'm just going to pull some of that hair out around the front hairline, and I'm going to leave her a little bit of a widow's peak. She has a natural widow's peak, so I wanted to kind of make it look like it was her real hair. So I'm going to leave that middle section to mimic a natural widow's peak for her. Now I'm going to take my razor comb and I'm just going to cut the baby hair. You don't want to cut them too long, because the longer the baby hairs are, the more unnatural they look. And you don't want to cut them too short where they're not molded or look natural. So you want to leave a little bit. Sometimes I go back and cut my baby hair twice, and what I mean by that is I'll go and cut it, I'll lay it, and then when I pull it up from under the dryer, if need be, I'll go in and brush them out and then cut it a little bit more so it has more of a wispy natural look. So I'm going to take a little bit of foam wrap with my edge brush, and I'm just going to bring that baby hair back into the natural hairline of the wig on both sides. When you are wrap to lay your baby hair, try to get a foam wrap that does not have alcohol in it. I know that's going to be very difficult. This brand actually does pretty good. Alcohol will make the lace lift, and even with this, I still don't use a lot. I usually put I usually put the foam wrap on my hand, on the back of my hand, and then I brush it in. I don't directly put the foam wrap on the lace or on the baby hair directly from the bottle, because I want to make sure that I don't get a lot of lifting. I don't want any lifting, to be honest, because you don't want the client to leave and the wig lifts, and that's just not a good look. So be very careful, for lack of a better words, when you're using foam wrap. So if you are using foam wrap, just lightly do this so that way you can get a really nice natural look. And after I lay my baby hair, I'm going to take an elastic band and I'm going to tie that elastic band around her forehead and into the back of the wig. And then I'm going to sit her under the dryer for about 15 minutes. What this does is it makes sure that number one, the baby hair is dry so it stays in place. And number two, if you have any lifting, it does push the tension from the elastic band, does push that lace back into the glue, and once it dries, it locks it back in place. So just definitely make sure you do this step. Now that she's from under the dryer, I'm going to use my hot comb to smooth out that hairline so I can get a really nice tuck behind the ear, and I'm also going to use it to flatten out and smooth out her part. So I did use a little bit of a wax stick to smooth that out. Use whatever preference wax stick you like. Sometimes you may need more of a hold than others, so I've used different brands. Use what you like, but I'm just going in smoothing out the wig, the hair, to make it lay a little bit flatter and to make it look more natural. Now that I have my part flat and defined and my hairline smoothed back with the hot comb, I'm just going to take a spray bottle this is just water, and I'm going to wet the hair down and brush through it so that I can really define my curl pattern. With this hair, it's beautiful. Like I said, it's beautiful hair. The curl pattern is amazing. But just to kind of keep your curls defined, I would recommend using some type of curl defining cream. Pantene Pro V has one. Cream of Nature has one. There's even a product called Noodle Head that's great for defining curls and keeping the hair looking wet all day. Water will do this, but again, water evaporates, and when the water dries, the hair gets back big. So if you like it to be wet and have this really sleek look, I definitely recommend using some type of curl defining cream after you spray it down with the water and brush through it. Now I'm going to go in with my razor comb and kind of create the shape of a slightly asymmetrical bob. I want it to be kind of fun and summery, but I still wanted her to have some type of sex appeal to it. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove my elastic band, and here is the finished look. The wig looks absolutely amazing. The hairline looks great. Her baby hair looks super natural. The widow peak looks great. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see, and I'll post pictures. So again, thank you for tuning in. Please stay tuned for more videos. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.